everybody. Thank you for joining me on this journey in which I will explain my theory about what is going on with Scars Above. So, anyhow, I'm not sure if you're aware of this, but there's kind of a problem with this game, which is that sometimes when you're playing, after you die, it always happens after you die, your objective will get reset, and you'll just randomly find yourself in a bad place, by which I mean you'll find yourself on the alien planet, on the exoplanet, with the first objective from the prologue. And, that doesn't work out, because at that point you can't proceed with the game. Oh, I forgot about that. So, anyhow, here's my theory about how it happened. Now, as you may have noticed, this game looks kind of similar to another game called Returnal. Now, Returnal, it's my best understanding as a roguelike. So basically, if you die, you go back to the beginning, and, maybe you keep some of your learned abilities and stuff. Whatever, I haven't played it. But I'm familiar with it, kind of. So, anyhow, that would explain why, when you die, sometimes you just randomly get the wrong objective. The objective that is the one you would get at the very beginning of the game. What I think happened is that in an earlier build of the game, probably, this was intended to be like a roguelike. But it isn't. So what happens is that sometimes you will just randomly get what is essentially a leftover part of an earlier...
The appendages are dripping with the fluid that's freezing the water.
An earlier roguelite version of the game. So you get the experience of having the beginning of the game objective all over again, but the rest of the game is still the one from your save file. So basically, because there was an earlier version of this game that was a roguelite, that's my theory, it's my conspiracy theory, sometimes the game will just randomly reset to be basically to have an objective from the beginning of the game, even though that's not where you actually are. And it always happens after you die, which is the point at which the game was supposed to return to the beginning in the original roguelite build of the game. So basically, there's junk data in here that's left over from an earlier roguelike version of the game. Now, I haven't hacked the game file, so I don't know this, but that would kind of explain it, in my opinion. And it's a shame because although the characters move like an action figure, and though the character runs like an action figure, and the combat is, shall we say, weak. Yeah, this was not a good idea, this thing here, because of how it, because of how it has that cooldown on it, and so there's this very time-sensitive thing where you have to shoot at the weak points, but you can't actually shoot instantly with this type of weapon. And then the bad guys will hide their weak points, and so a lot of times it just feels like you're just like, it's a matter of luck. Like, if you get an opportunity to shoot them, it'll be great, but oftentimes you don't. I don't know, I feel like in a Souls, like, the main difficulty to using the gun shouldn't be getting an opportunity to actually shoot someone. It should be like avoiding getting hit and stuff, not having the opportunity to actually hit them with your guns, but, whatever. But yeah, there's a lot of nice things about this game, but it's kind of broken right now, because if you get killed, there's a non-zero chance, by which I mean once every hour, there's a chance that you're going to have your save file ruined, or, one thing I've noticed is if that happens and you just quit the game and then reload it without touching this pillar first, it seems to be okay. But if you do touch the pillar after that happens, well, then your save file is just gone, and you have to restart the game. Or just load a manual backup that you've done, like, by backing up your files outside of the game. So that's really a shame. And anyhow, I'm making this just hoping that the devs will figure out what's going on. The devs who probably do know that, I'd be guessing, do know that the game is, was originally planned as a roguelike and still has that junk data in it. And, hopefully they'll fix it, because it's nice, and I'd actually really like to see a version of this game that works. I'd also like to see a version of this game where the animations looked like human beings, and the combat system was a bit better. But I mean, you know, that might be too late to fix. But they could at least fix this thing about getting your objective randomly reset to the one from the prologue so that you're playing like half a roguelike that doesn't actually work. Anyhow, that's my conspiracy theory about this game and why it's kind of broken. Bye!